Welcome back to Tampa Bay Cop Talk, and this time around we are going to bring you a special flavor of Miscellanies. I don't know if you guys remember, we started a series called Miscellanies where we talk about subject matter that we can't really shoehorn into the regular episode. But given that we are about to face Lincoln City in the League Cup, we thought we would do a Miscellanies episode in the same vein that we did with the FA Cup in an attempt to fix the League Cup, because the League Cup is just not very important. I don't mean to speak for everyone else right up front, but I don't value it as much as I used to. Honestly, it was the first trophy I saw Liverpool win, but then once I saw Liverpool win other trophies, I realized it didn't really fucking matter. But anyways, let's take a poll real quick on the League Cup. How much do you value it, Darius?
Somewhere between watching Liverpool lose and fantasy football. Like I guess fantasy football would be the top, where it's just like, okay, this gives me some enjoyment, but I don't really care. And then obviously painful. So that's somewhere in there.
Okay. How about you, Andrew? What are your feelings on the League Cup?
It's kind of like stubbing your toe, to be quite honest. You know, it's painful. I'm just not interested in it, unfortunately. I have no feelings towards it. I'm apathetic. No. I just don't give a fuck. Because Jurgen Klopp doesn't give a fuck, which I love it. He's like, go play, kids. And, hey, someone else, you do my job. I'm going to go on vacation. See you later.
Which is an interesting point. The only time I do care about the League Cup is when I get to see either kids I'm excited about or backups that haven't had enough playing time. And that's really the only reason I ever get hyped about it. But David, I already know your answer. Where do you rank the League Cup? How much interest do you lend to the League Cup?
I want to care about the League Cup. Honestly, we've won it more than anything else, or like more than anyone else. And it was like it was the first thing I saw us win. But it's sort of like football's equivalent of like Taco Bell. Like,
hey, don't you talk bad about Taco Bell, right. David.
Let's not disparage Taco Bell, guys.
What the hell?
Take all the good shit off the menu. They got rid of the Mexican pizza. Like, I tweeted at them angry for that. But like, no, it's like it's something to eat. You know, I'm drunk, sure, I guess. But like, I don't give a shit. Fuck the League Cup.
I'll take this League Cup gruel that you're giving me.
Exactly. Made D meat. That's the League Cup.
That's why you're fucking up, David, because when you go to Taco Bell, you got to eat the vegetarian menu. That's where it's at. You're already fucking up.
Now, I'm sorry, but I know this is a show about the League Cup, but you have issues if you go to Taco Bell for the vegetarian menu.
Hey, they had good shit. They had to put, before the menu changes, they had the potato soft taco.
That's like going to
vegan rice burrito. Homie,
listen, Andrew. That's like going to McDonald's and using the monkey bars as your gym in the playground. Like that's the equivalent. Like my gym,
hey, not everyone can afford a gym membership, Jordan. How dare you?
My vegan spot?
Get off your white privilege, Jordan. Shut the hell up.
My vegan spot, Taco Bell. My gym, McDonald's Play Place.
Hey,
you know,
don't hate. Don't hate the player, hate the game. What the hell?
Anyways, back to the real bean burrito on the menu, the League Cup.
Nobody played.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing is it's one of those things where I feel like if we had been more successful with our rotational squads in the League Cup, we might rate it a little more. And so maybe we come into this season where we do have a proper B squad that's probably going to feature in the League Cup, where we actually value it like a club that's like City does. Like City actually genuinely values the League Cup because for them, they have a B squad that can easily beat most of the competition, and so it's worthwhile. And it's meaningful football for footballers that can't get that opportunity. However, most clubs, most teams in the competition aren't like Liverpool, aren't like City, where they have that too deep thing. And so it doesn't really matter much. And the funny thing is about it really is that on paper, it's a tougher competition to win than the FA Cup. Yet it doesn't have that prestige. So I guess the question becomes how do we give it that prestige? And we talked about it with the FA Cup. Is it more prize money? Is it a bigger, a bigger carrot on the end of the stick? And it's a Europa League spot now, but do we make it something different? Do we dare give it a Champions League spot? Is it just down to the TV contracts? Like, again, the League Cup's on ESPN Plus, which not everyone has. There isn't a lot of access to it. So what are our solutions? Andrew, do you have any grand ideas?
Well, the first one is just give the winner 100 million pounds. Only if it's Liverpool, though. No, I'm kidding. No, it's clearly to get rid of the semifinal double leg semifinal bullshit. At that stage of the competition, typically Prem teams are in the semifinals, and the top end Prem teams, like your top sixes, right? And those teams, are maybe eyeing the Champions League, maybe eyeing an FA Cup run as well. So I think to make it more possible for other winners besides your cities, besides your teams with what you said as teams that have clubs that have a B squad would be to get rid of that. Just get rid of that one extra fixture. Maybe you do the FA Cup route, a la FA Cup, and you played in Wembley to give it, put a bow on it, so to speak. I don't know. Don't really give a shit. I mean, from a fan perspective, I understand going to Wembley is a pain in the ass. But that's the easiest thing that comes to mind. That is doable. Obviously, giving $100 million in a Champions League spot is not really doable. But that could be fun. Let's have like 5 Champions League spots. We'll be fine.
Sorry, go ahead, finish.
No, but yeah, that's basically the one thing that I could see. And then obviously, clearly, why don't they just make it free on TV in terms of put it on quote unquote national television. Put it on your I don't know what's national television in England. BBC? Fuck, I don't know.
Well,
but like put it on your ABC kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
In England, it's on TV.
Like
it's more like a global thing. The reason the Premier League is a global phenomenon is because it has TV contracts in all these different countries where it's on basic cable. Although we're bordering up on a different conversation we're going to have directly following this conversation.
Spoiler alert!
About the valuation of fans in football and how they're mistreated. But I think, having it on ESPN Plus more comes down to the fact that ESPN probably bought a package.
No. I get why that deal was done, Jordan. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to make it more interesting, maybe get more fans involved. Because you guys said that was your first trophy, right? Whereas, like, there's a little Asian kid named Jamarcus, right?
Jamarcus, the Asian kid. Yes, no.
Marcus is a cool name.
Or Khaleesi. All right, there's a girl named Khaleesi out there who's never seen the League Cup, okay? And it's because it's on ESPN Plus, and ain't nobody got no damn ESPN Plus. You see what I'm saying? Or
no, true.
The equivalent of ESPN Plus in their country, right? Yeah. So to make it more accessible, maybe get your first fans and so on, maybe would be to do that. Those are the only two things that I can think of. They're probably shitty ideas. I hope the rest of the panel has better.
Well, I mean, to your first point where you talked about eliminating play basically from the competition, they already went the step of being like, okay, you know what? If it ends in a draw, we're not playing extra time. We're going straight to penalties. Fuck the extra 30 minutes. So that was a plus. I mean, it made it more manageable for teams that have multiple competitions and don't want to focus on the League Cup to manage it within their season. I also do believe the elimination of the two-legged semifinal, which comes out of nowhere and doesn't make sense and is an antiquated idea from a long, long time ago, it would also pay dividends. And I do believe, if I'm correct, that's actually the case this year. There isn't two-leg semifinals.
Oh, but that could be because of COVID as opposed to like general innovation.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Yeah. But
a little bit of the EFL.
It's like we said with the FA Cup, where if they could package the TV deal better to get it to more people, then maybe the prestige of it would grow. But David, do you have any other ideas for how we fix the League Cup?
Yeah, I think for me, you know what, like it can't be any less valuable than it is right now, right? So you need to, like Andrew said, beef up the prize money. I think a realistic number would be like at least make it worth what the FA Cup is worth, which is like £4 million or something like that. Because right now the League Cup winner gets $100,000. Come on.
Really?
Yeah. That's it. So you've got to make it more lucrative. And then on top of that, I really think that it's an opportunity to just completely experiment, right? So just throw the competition format out. Don't have it be a normal cup competition. So, like one idea that I always thought might be interesting is you just have, since it's only the teams in league football anyways, right? So you just have the teams in each league go to a playoff format, basically. The winner of each league faces, so like the League 2 and League 1 winners would face each other. The Championship and Prem winners would face each other. And then you just basically it'd be like a 4-team tournament at the end of those little league tournaments. So you can only get one Prem team with a shot to win it instead of 2. You can only get one championship team, and everybody has a chance. It opens it up a little bit more so that, like, if someone has like a glorious one-off, it has a little bit more meaning. You know what I mean? That might be something to consider.
That's too much innovation, David. Ain't nobody gonna stand for that shit.
So it's also might be the best idea we get as well.
Well, no, as you were talking, the idea that popped into my head, I was like, wait a second. It is League 2, League 1, Championship, and Premier League. That's 4 divisions. That's 4 teams in a group. I mean, you could make groups, I guess.
March Madness.
Yeah, kind of like a massive tournament. I mean, that's what it is already. It's just one big, what is it? How many teams? Go ahead, David. Sorry.
24, 48, and then there's 24 in League 2. So I'm at 72 plus 20. So you have 92 teams right now.
Yeah.
Competing for this trophy.
Yeah.
But it always comes down to 2 Premier League teams. We've got to figure out a way to make that more interesting and more lucrative for the lower league clubs, honestly, because there's not much incentive for them even to get into it.
Other than the Europa League spot, but at this point in time, it'd be so hard for a League 2 or League 1 team, or even a championship team, to run the gauntlet to the end of the League Cup and grab that Europa League spot,
It's extremely difficult. And, like, I like the fact that it gives you a Europa League spot. I do think that's the best, probably, prize for it. You got to get a little bit more money and figure out how to get different teams into it. Because you don't want to just watch Chelsea play City every February for this thing.
That's true. And the last 4 years, City has won it on the bounce. So if a team is just winning the competition year on year, is it even really a competition?
No.
Yeah. So what I think we could do, novel idea here. Why not have flexible dates for these games? Like, why are we running scenarios where Liverpool literally have to go with the League Cup game and 24 hours later are going to have to go play in a completely different part of the world? That's absolutely ridiculous. And if there's anything that should give way, it should be the League Cup. So would anybody really be bothered if the League Cup runs from September all the way to May? Because you're spacing it out because you don't want to have any scenarios where there's 3 games in a week and a team is like, well, clearly we're not taking that League Cup game seriously. If you actually want to beef up the competition and have teams take it seriously, that's probably the way to do it, making sure that you don't have that fixture congestion because of the League Cup. Because as we can all agree, nobody gives a damn about that thing. So you move out the way, let all the big boys play, and then you get in where you get in. I think that's kind of the way to do it.
True. You get in where you get in.
You fit in where you fit in. We'll pencil you in, baby.
I guess.
I mean, that's 3 handles. How weird is that?
No, that's the other thing. We have to fix the goddamn trophy because it doesn't make any sense. Are you supposed to grab the back handle and thrust it forward? Do you grab the 2 side handles and lift it up? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And cups have either 2 handles or no handles. That's the rule.
No handle. Just be like, no handles. You just lift it by the body.
I mean, there's another possibility that I've thought about where, like, you handicap the Premier League teams and you give them like an Olympic football style of registration. Like, hey, each match day you can only have 3 players over the age of like 25 or whatever in the squad, and everyone else has to be younger than that if you're in the Premier League, which I think would make the competitiveness of the competition better. Does it make it more prestigious?
Well, it makes it a JV matchup now.
Yeah.
But that's what it is for most of the bigger squads anyways. Like, they already go into that competition and go, yeah, whatever. Like, I mean, we played a whole U23 team against Aston Villa in the quarterfinal for the reason you cited, like, fixture congestion. We couldn't push it down the road, so we had to play it. And we decided, hey, you know what? Club World Cup, miles better than the League Cup, But maybe if you make it a rule that the Premier League teams, and rather than putting all of this type of taboo over not valuing the competition or whatever, and seeing it for what it is, a developmental competition, maybe that generates more interest. And I don't know if it becomes more prestigious, but it becomes more intriguing as a competition. Other teams have more opportunities. But yeah, it is just a shit competition, isn't it? And it doesn't make any fucking sense. It ends in February. It ends on a Premier League match weekend, so those teams have to fucking push back a Premier League match. There's 2 semifinals or 4 semifinal matches. After there's no 2-legged games and then the semifinal and then the final is 1 leg. It doesn't make any sense. The trophy's mangled and terribly designed. Everything about it's terrible. So as we said in the FA Cup episode of Fix the FA Cup, is the only way to fix the League Cup just to say fuck it off and never do it again.
I mean, Manchester City would be mad because they're losing their 1 guaranteed trophy.
I think the Brits love their tradition too much to get rid of it. I mean, from a practical perspective. But, I mean, that being all said, I mean, I'm excited. You know, we play Lincoln in a couple days. You know, I still want to win the damn thing because I love me a trophy, but
since we haven't fixed the competition because it's literally unfixable, let's pivot into the Lincoln City match. So we all agree here, rotation, B squad, yes. Let's not take it serious.
No, I think Pep Linders is going to take the boys out. Jurgen Klopp's going to go on a date with the missus. I think it'll be fine.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is that we genuinely have a B squad that – and I've said it about the Premier League. We have a B squad that can beat the bottom half teams. We have a B squad that could win this competition.
Here just because we're going to get Diogo Jota's debut. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exciting.
So it was pointed out today, I was listening to the Anfield Wrap, and they brought up that he refused to play last Thursday in the League Cup, which means he isn't cup tied. And so the joke that they said was that, of course, he wanted to make his debut Thursday against Lincoln City, and that's why he refused to play for Wolves against – I forgot who the fuck they were playing, which would be hilarious if that's really where his head was at. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to –
Here I come.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Diogo Jota. So I guess, David, give me your starting 11, I guess. Let's do this. Let's get into it.
All right, I'll go Jota, Origi, and Minamino up front. And we'll do Jones, Milner, and Thiago, since Milner and Thiago had so much fun playing together already. And then Sepp Vandenberg at the back with who's healthy, I guess. It's not going to be Virgil van Dijk, so he can play with like a biscuit or something. I don't give a shit.
It'll probably be Joe Gomez, just because Joe Gomez didn't play the weekend, I would imagine.
Hurt, right? I don't know if he's healthy. If not, it'll be the what's the kid's name? The French kid?
Billy Comedio.
It'll be him and Vandenberg, if not Gomez. Otherwise, Gomez, I think will play alongside Vandenberg. And then you'll have – I mean, we also have Nat Phillips. So he'll just pick some backup center backs, I guess.
Yeah.
Just probably Nico Williams and Tsimikas on the left back. And then Adrian in goal, I would imagine, unless he puts Karius between the sticks as sort of a shop window.
I was going to say there is a little blonde German man wandering around Melwood without any clue what's going on in his life, and maybe he needs a little guidance via the League Cup. Is there a Karius shout in your lineup, Darius?
No, we just saw that at the weekend, man. That's what Kepa was doing. He went full Karius. I ain't trying to see that again. No, it's going to be Adrian. Adrian is going to be the Cup goalie. That's just what makes sense. I mean, he was so good last year. I know Karius, it would be great for him to get his career back on track, but and they ain't doing charity. It's still going to be a competitive match of football. So Adrian is going to be there. I see Nico. I think Joe Gomez is healthy-ish. I think it was just a muscle injury, something quick. They just didn't want to run him out more precaution than anything else. So I don't think it's serious. And then with him, I'm thinking maybe Comedio, because I think it was kind of the same thing for him where they were just being precautious. But yeah, we're going to see Special K at left back, Kostas Tsimikas. I don't know if you go Thiago on the back-to-back, because I'm thinking he might even have a chance to start. So I'll say Milner in the midfield. Got so many options to choose from. Let's say Naby Keita, get back in. And Oxlade-Chamberlain's still hurt.
Yeah.
See, the midfield, you have so many options.
There's Marco Grujic.
I'm not thinking it's going to be one of the young guys, though. I'm thinking it's going to be a senior midfielder. But for sake of argument, we'll go with your boy. We'll go with Marco Grujic. And then I think I have to throw him in if he's still alive. I'm putting Xherdan Shaqiri out on the right. And then we're going to see Takumi Minamino and Diego Jota making his debut.
Okay.
See, it's a call I had to not put Harvey Elliott in the team.
I think Harvey Elliott should be in though. Like,
No,
at least
he'll
on the
definitely be on the bench.
Yeah,
He'll be on the bench. Yeah.
Well, this is my point now. Like, we're all realizing this very quickly, is that for all the talk of how we haven't signed anyone and don't have depth, when you try to pick this Lincoln City team and you realize, oh fuck, do I really want to leave him out though? Like, I kind of want to get him in. Like, you just left out Darius. You just left out both Divock Origi and Rian Brewster, who are supposed to be our two backup strikers. But you're still trying to get Shaqiri on the pitch, Minamino on the pitch, Harvey Elliott on the pitch. There's so many options.
Right.
And
So
we do the depth.
So Jordan, to that point though, that's what makes it interesting. Okay, so before I address that, I'll address the center backs. I think that David, for the most part, is spot on. If Gomez is healthy, I suppose he'd play. Who gives a shit? It could be, my left nut. It don't matter. We're not going to be shooting goals. It'll be fine. But what's interesting is if back to the forwards, if it's true that we're getting rid of Brewster or Origi, they're not starting. They're not playing.
Right.
But if Shaqiri's still injured, then I think maybe one of them does play. Because then it would make sense. If Shaqiri's not playing, then it would make sense. You got Jota, then you have Minamino, and you have one of Origi or Brewster in the middle, right? But if Shaq is available, then it's a question of Shaq's on the right, obviously, because he's left-footed. Jota's on the left. And then you can have Minamino up front because then Klopp and company are like, yeah, we're going to be selling Origi soon. We're going to be selling Brewster or loaning him out soon. So it'd be interesting to see. We'll find out, obviously, an hour before kickoff whether, we'll know more about their futures. However, then there's the argument for the romantic notion of if this is Origi's, swan song, so to speak, and maybe you give him an easy one, give us some more memories. Maybe
great service, kid. We love you. Thank you for.
Yeah.
We're going to send you out with Lincoln City.
Yeah. Let him get a hat trick like he did a few years ago against Southampton in the League Cup. So, I'm always up for Origi and some goals. I love the damn man.
Yeah. So much like Gini Wijnaldum before the first match of the season, where it was like, if Gini Wijnaldum doesn't start, then he's going to Barca. If he is starting, then he stays.
That's my logic, Jordan. God.
No, it's good logic. I think it's sound too, because if Origi and Brewster both don't start, and we choose to go with Minamino instead. Granted, Minamino needs minutes in his legs, and he's going to be more important to the campaign overall than Origi or Brewster are going to be. However, if you're choosing to start an attacking midfield/winger over your two backup nines, it says a lot. It really does say a lot about how you view them in the pecking order and a lot about their futures. As nice as it would be to give Origi one last run out, given that you don't want to lose transfer funds, probably not going to happen. You don't want him to get hurt and fuck it all up. Although it could be fate that he gets injured, he has to stay, and then he ends up scoring another very important goal in the Champions League at some point. I don't claim to know how destiny works, but that's how destiny works.
Yeah. You sold me. I'm fucking ready to sign up for that Hollywood movie, man. I love it.
So for me, I think it's going to be Gomez and Sepp Vandenberg. I think if Gomez had started on the weekend, he's not playing, but I think because it was just a knock and that was the word on the street and it wasn't going to be – he's not supposed to be out very long. I think you need to get him in and get him moving a little bit and get him up to speed. Thursday to Monday is not a quick turnaround if we do need to start him in the league against Arsenal. That's a big enough gap. He's used to those type of turnarounds when the season's up and running. Tsimikas, Nico Williams, Adrian, pretty basic. I think Marco Grujic starts just because Marco Grujic agent came out maybe 2 weeks ago and said that Marco Grujic isn't leaving. Liverpool have no plans to sell him until at least January, so he may leave in January. However, if we're keeping him and we told him, for good reason, I think he has to start this game. Otherwise, why aren't you selling him? Curtis Jones has to play for me. It's his competition. He proved that last year. He's our cup guy now. He's our fucking – I don't want to compare him to him because I think he's better. He's our Phil Foden. He'll be our League Cup and our FA Cup wonder kid, that we'll all clamor around and watch him score goals against shit opposition, hopefully. There's a case I don't know about his fitness. Does Shaqiri slot into the midfield? We tried it a couple of times in Shaqiri's first season. Does he slide in there? I don't think Ox is healthy enough. There's also the thing about James Milner. He's the vice captain. You need some type of presence on the pitch to bring it all together. And if we are genuinely going to use our B squad in the Premier League at some point, you probably want them to have a captain on the pitch for when, because they're not going to go into a Premier League game without James Milner out there, you know? So probably James Milner. And then the front three, I want to play every single one of Harvey Elliott, Diogo Jota, Minamino. I want to play Brewster. I want to play Origi. I don't know how you fix that problem. Maybe it's a change of system. I don't know. Probably the 4-3-3.
We'll just play two at the back and like have 6 forwards. It'll be fun.
I would love it. But then, I need to see Costas in action. I need to see Nico Williams in action again. Like, I need to see – it's just a shame that football is 11 men and it's not 16 or 17 just for this match, I can't pin down a front three, but I guess gun to head, if I had to, I'll say, just because I don't want them to go, I'll say that Brewster, Origi both start. Diogo Jota just isn't ready yet. And Minamino. Yeah, why not? That'll be my prediction. I guess I'll go first for scoreline before we end this little episode here. I just see us winning 4-0. It's just stuck in my head. 4-0, easy as. Lincoln City are shit. That's why they are League 2, by the way. You don't get to League 2 by being anything other than shit. So keep that in mind. So I'll go 4-0, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and then I'll throw it over to you, Darius. Give us your prediction.
First off, I'm mad that I didn't think of Curtis Jones. I can't believe I left him out. Put him in for Keita. Take out Naby Keita.
Yeah, he needs a break.
I'll say 3-0. I'll say 3-0 against Abraham Lincoln City.
Okay. Never heard that shout before. We'll allow it. Over to you, Andrew.
Dude, I don't know, man. I think the nerves are coming back because Sunday there were no nerves on Sunday, so I'm due to have them. I'm thinking it's going to be a scary 2-1. I think it's going to be a nail biter. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, I know, dude. And the worst thing is it's going to be on a different channel, so I'm not going to have access. # David share the password. But, but yeah, man. Let's meet in public. But yeah, dude, I think it's going to be scary as fuck. Yeah.
Wow. How dare you?
I hope not, but it's a beat.
David,
you never know.
Please talk some sense into this episode. We can't end on that. Please talk some sense.
Of Sunday, it's just they're gonna get 2 goals and then they're just gonna be like, just pass it around, lads. Just pass it around till the ref blows it 3 times, and that's it. Just casual, no stress. Some of them don't even sweat.
So I guess we're all taking Liverpool to win, even though Andrew's gonna think it's gonna be a butt clenching time. So I guess if you miss the puckering of your sphincter, it's gonna happen on Thursday. That's something to look forward to. Just in regards to the Abraham Lincoln shout, I'm more buoyed by that and thinking it's going to be 4-0 because, as Abraham Lincoln did say himself, it was 4 score in 7 years ago. So it will be 4-0. Thursday, ESPN Plus, fucking hell. I believe it's 3 o'clock, probably 2:45. Isn't 2:45 the window in which the League Cup kicks off? Anyone know?
Something like that, sure.
Yeah, it's around that fucking time of day, okay? No fans in the ground. You'll get to see Lincoln City's ground in all its splendor without fans. The whole one terrace. And yeah, actually, shout out for the people who do listen to LOC Tampa Bay. It's actually the local club of Rachel Pocock from Pokies. I believe she's from Lincoln, isn't she? Okay. I guess I'm the only one who took any time to fucking learn about our hosts. Okay, great. Wonderful. This says a lot about you fucks. Anyways.
I just have a bad memory.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're from Lincoln. And because I thought about it and I was like, oh, this would have been the perfect match just to go, fly over there or whatever. Like I have the money to do that or whatever. Oh, just fly over for Lincoln City match. Anyways, until next time, and until the next episode, which will, come right after this. This has been Tampa Bay Cop Talk, Miscellanies / Lincoln City preview. I'm Jordan. That's Andrew. Darius, David, until next time, up the fucking Reds.
Up the Reds.